So today we were on day 4 of 5 days, or step 4 of 5 steps, the blueprint path, how to start, grow, fix and scale your bookkeeping practice. So the live workshop that I just ran, which you can get a video recording of, and I'm going to drop the link in here to how to register for that. It is available for a limited time, so if you want access to it, you need to click the link and register, because this is the second last day. Tomorrow is action time, okay? So I've also done 3 other videos here in YouTube, recapping day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Once again, this is the blueprint path. I do this with other bookkeepers. Please head to the strategicbookkeeper.global testimonials, and you can see videos from a lot of my clients that just talk about their experience and their results. Also head to my podcast. You'll hear in episode 125 Linda Hall, that went from 0 to about 200,000 in a bit over a year with no technical staff, yeah. So you'll hear from Marianne Davies in, I think it's episode 137, who went from 20 years in practice, booked but broken, to a year or so later she had an additional $140,000 take-home pay, no more working 7 days and evenings, traveling to see friends and family, scaled practice. You can hear from a lot of bookkeepers in that podcast as well, and there is also a success panel, okay? So day 4, let's do a wrap up. I've got my little notes here, my lesson plan that I used today. So now I'm just going to authentically share what we did and the impact. So today we connected to the scaling archetype, okay? So there are 3 resources that I use that you need to use in order to do what you need to do to get the dream outcome. Okay, so definitively there are 3 resources, and those 3 resources, number 1, it's your bookkeeper archetype. Number 2, it is the bookkeeping practice blueprint 1-pager. And number 3, it is the 5 big keys. Now, what I will do is I will ask my amazing assistant, Joselle, to drop all 3 resources into Friday's podcast. Currently, we drop the bookkeeping practice blueprint into the podcast, but I'll make sure that you get all those 3, okay? So if you are coming along to the blueprint path, you'll see them there as well. We do make them readily available. So those 3 resources is exactly what you need to do, okay, in order to, so statistic, yeah, not my statistic, a statistic. So 90% of bookkeepers will fail, but failing doesn't mean giving up. 90% of bookkeepers will get and stay perpetually in booked but broken. All these resources I created. So if you ever see them anywhere else, yeah, I'm very proud to have created those resources and the results that come from them. So those 3 resources are going to help you either start and grow without ending up one of those business failure statistics, or grow your practice and fix what's broken at the moment and then scale without ending up a business failure statistic. If you are booked but broken right now, like 90% of bookkeepers, and you are, so you're there like Marianne was for 20 years, like I got to about 5 or 6 years in, those 3 resources, archetypes, blueprint, and the 5 big keys are going to help you definitively fix that, okay? And it's also a part of how you scale. So today's workshop, we connected back to those 3 resources, and I actually shared them during the workshop as well. So today's workshop, those archetypes: startup, growing, booked but broken, scaling. Today's workshop was ultimately for the scaling bookkeeper to show them the 3 key areas of focus that they should have in order to increase their profit, their client satisfaction, their purpose, their joy, and to future-proof their practice, and to increase the value and the strength of it as something that they can also sell if and when they want to. So even though it was for the scaling archetype, we had all startups growing book but broken in the room. And of course, you want to know exactly what you do when you're scaling. Okay. So let's just look at that now. So we had a 5-point plan today. We looked at number 1, am I actually the scaling archetype? Number 2, we learnt through story. Number 3, what to focus on. Number 4, why is that important? What do I get out of it? Which is exactly what I just said then. Profit, client satisfaction, purpose and joy, your future proofing, your business is more solid and more valuable for sales. So that's the why, the benefit. And how do I do it all? Okay. So back to, am I the scaling bookkeeper? A lot of bookkeepers will say to you, I'm so busy and I'm so booked up, I'm scaling. Yeah. Well, the scaling bookkeeper is not the busy bookkeeper. That's book but broken. So you are the scaling bookkeeper if, right? Episode 125 of my podcast, I'll use Linda Hall as an example. So Linda was a startup and growing in her first year or so. So she started, she filled up her own capacity, and because she sold advisory from the get-go using my system, she got to $200,000 monthly recurring revenue. So that means over a year, she's tracking 200,000 monthly recurring revenue. She didn't have any technical staff. She's filled up her capacity and now she scales herself out of the business. So you are scaling if you've filled up your capacity, you've recruited staff or you're ready to, you've got a high 6-figure take-home pay for yourself, and you're only working as much as you want to. So another example of a scaled bookkeeper is someone, let's call her Joanne, keeping her name confidential. She's earning $140,000 take home. She's working 15 hours a week and she has 1 part-time staff member. Okay, you are not a scaling archetype if you are super busy with lots of revenue, lots of staff, you're still working long hours and the income's not there, and secretly you're not telling anyone but you're looking for the reverse pedal. That's booked but broken. I'll say it again, it's booked but broken, and understandable because 90% of bookkeepers get and stay there. Now, I have been every archetype: startup, growing, booked but broken, and scaling. I still have my bookkeeping practice to this day, 16 years on. So I'll just have a little look at our recap, see if there's anything else that I need to share. I think they are the major ones. I'm just thinking about what came out of today's workshop because we had a lot of interaction. It was wonderful. We had lots of great questions. I think what I shared today was really clear. We were all connected to that. I did a lot of pop quizzing and open book tests to facilitate learning. But I think that's a wrap on today. Thank you for everybody who attended. And tomorrow we wrap up day 5. So tomorrow, day 5 is all about how are you actually going to use what you're learning to build a thriving practice with delighted clients and your dream on your terms. Okay, your dream on your terms is the income and lifestyle that you want and deserve. You decide what that is. Lots of mums like myself say to me, time is important. Time. So enough money, whatever your goal is for income today, and that will change over time, you know, depending on what age you're at, depending on what your goals are. You want to have the income goal, but you want to have the time to yourself, the time to spend on yourself, because guess what? The time you spend on yourself to get yourself well, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, is what allows you to show up as your best self for those you love and care about, including your children. If you put yourself second and you're running on fumes, you're not showing up for anyone the way that you want to. So spending time on yourself as well. So tomorrow we are going to look at the 3 ways that you can actually take what you're learning and to make that a reality into 2026, because it's November 2025 when I'm recording this. So we are going to come together. I will tell you, make it clear what are the 3 ways, and then you can choose. I'll also have very special bonus tomorrow to give to you. And I will also tell you what it looks like to work with us. So would you like to know what it looks like to work with me? If you would, tomorrow I will tell you all about that as well, okay? And I will see you tomorrow, or look forward to you watching the recording. Once again, it's not too late to register, and I'll drop the link in here.